Early evening on the great estate of Collinwood, and everybody in the house waits for the news from the village courthouse where Quentin Collins is being tried for witchcraft. They do not know that Quentin, together with Desmond Collins, his attorney, has suffered a severe and threatening setback. And at Rose Cottage, Gerard Stiles, the man responsible for it, plays his game, knowing the news will come.
Flora, I realize the strain you're under is interfering with your work. That's quite obvious.
I worry so about Quentin. If there was only something I could do.
Desmond is doing enough.
We should all do more to help clear Quentin.
Oh, now, Flora, is that aimed at me?
My dear Gerard, I did not mean you specifically.
I'm glad because I am doing everything I possibly can.
Oh, that's the trouble with this whole thing. We all get nervous and turn on each other.
I know you didn't mean to turn on me.
Where is it all going to end? This trial goes on and on. And Barnabas, where can he have gone? He's been missing for 3 days.
Trask
what could have
seems to
happened to him?
think that,
Well, I don't care what Trask thinks.
Flora, please. Trask seems to think that Barnabas has left town because he didn't want to testify for Quentin.
How dare he think a thing like that? And Gerard, you seem to take Barnabas' disappearance very easily.
Now, Flora...
Yes, you do. Barnabas left this house after dining with us and hasn't been seen since.
Laura!
Oh, Letitia, how did the trial go? Well, what is it?
Oh, Laura!
Tell me what's happened.
It's Desmond.
What about my son?
He's been arrested.
For what?
For witchcraft.
Collinwood in 1840, a house besieged by an enemy from within. For Gerard Stiles, possessed by the warlock Judah Zachary, is now the master of the great house. Secretly, he carries out the warlock's revenge on the Collins family. Quentin and Desmond are both in jail, charged with witchcraft. There seems no one to come to their aid, for Barnabas has disappeared. But this night, as one woman searches alone in Quentin's laboratory for evidence that will free him, she receives aid from an unexpected source.
Who's there?
Yes. Someone's coming. From where? Someone's coming. Who? Elliot.
Collinwood in the year 1840, a time of crisis for the Collins family. Quentin Collins is on trial for his life, and Desmond, who was defending him, has also been arrested for the same crime, witchcraft, and faces the same penalty, beheading. While the trial prepares to resume, Barnabas is unable to help them, for Lamar Trask has lured him to the cellar of his chapel, where he has walled him in and left him to die.
Mr. Collins, are you there? Why don't you answer me? Is something wrong?
Is it possible he's already dead? No, it's too soon.
Mr. Collins, something has occurred to me. Something I think you might find interesting. Shall I tell you?
Yes.
You would like to go on living, wouldn't you?
Yes.
Well, then, good. You're not dead. Yet. Linger, my friend, while I tell you my fascinating thoughts.
The great house at Collinwood in the year 1840, a time when the evil planning of one man threatens to destroy the Collins family forever. Quentin Collins is on trial as a warlock, and among those anxious to see him found guilty is Lamar Trask. On this day, Trask has been called to testify, and his testimony has proved damaging. Quentin's first attorney, Desmond Collins, has been disqualified and jailed on the charge of witchcraft, and it now appears that Quentin must act in his own defense. But as the prosecution ends its examination of Trask, Quentin has a surprise in store for the court.
Thank you, Mr. Trask. Your witness.
Mr. Collins, would you care to cross-examine the witness?
Why, yes, Your Honor. But I do think it would be to my advantage if the cross-examination were conducted by my counsel.
I was under the impression, Mr. Collins, that you were unable to find counsel.
Then I gave the court the wrong impression, Your Honor. In that case, I apologize. I did find a man who will handle my case. However, this person was not able to be with me when the court convened. And as it is extremely important concerning the cross-examination of Mr. Trask, I ask that the court consider a brief recess while we await the arrival of my new counsel.
Objection, Your Honor. It is obvious that this man is up to some form of trickery that can cause no good to any of us.
Your Honor, I assure you there is no trickery on my part. I am on trial for my life, Your Honor. I do think it is important for me to have an attorney who is competent and reliable. And I urge the court to please consider a brief recess while we await the arrival of this man.
That won't be necessary, Quentin. I'm here.